So how does that relate to what most people go through? Well, two things. First thing is that naturally you're going to learn more about this way of living. Specifically, I'm talking about in this video, raw foods. You're going to learn more about it. It's good. People should ask you challenging questions that makes you think about what you're doing. Even if you're not eating an exclusively raw food diet, if somebody says, well, what's the difference between raw and cooked foods, and why does it matter, and why should I stop eating McDonald's? I feel fine today. I mean, it's good for you to learn and be able to answer people appropriately. So you read, you learn about these aspects. It's very important to do. But even deeper than that is that if what you're doing, right, if what you're doing doesn't actually settle within yourself, and if it's not something that you're approaching because out of a state of peace, if you're approaching it from a state of turmoil, if you hope that raw food is going to solve all your problems, if you hope that, all of a sudden your life is magically going to be different, not saying that it can't dramatically increase or become better in certain ways or your health can improve, but if you think that everything's going to be fixed and answered through the vehicle of raw foods, then that sort of seeking mentality, that mentality of being unsettled internally and being in a state of internal chaos, will project outwardly. So it's not what do you say to other people to have them feel more comfortable about the way that you eat. Quite frankly, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how they feel. It matters how you feel. And the deeper at peace you are with what you're doing, the deeper at peace the people around you will be with what you're doing as well too. So now when I read comments and questions or postings on Give It To Me Raw where people say, nobody accepts me, or I don't know how to make friends, or whatever, the most enjoyable thing that I love to do is to share this aspect of my life, the way that I eat and why I eat this way and how it's improved my health. I love sharing that with individuals who have no understanding or information about the subject at all. Recently, my sister had her wedding, got married to a great best friend of mine that I've had for many years, Neil Patel. He's in our before and after section. And I was there and I had seen so many people that I hadn't seen in such a long time. And when I got an opportunity to meet those individuals that I hadn't seen in such a long time, and they were like, oh yeah, we've seen some of your blogs, or we've seen some of your messages on Facebook about the way that you're doing. Like, why is that? What do you do? It's just the natural peace that I'm bringing into the situation, because I don't need them. I don't need to convince them. I'm not there to show them anything. I'm not trying to prove them wrong. I'll approach each situation as it needs to be approached. I'll approach these individuals and see, okay, do they really want to know? So maybe some just information. Do they want to know just some facts and figures? Do they want to know how it's made a difference in my life? But because I'm approaching it honestly, authentically, without a place of judgment for myself and without a place of judgment for others, what ends up happening is that both parties are made to feel at peace. And it starts with the peace that's inside of me. And when you bring that into your life, all of a sudden your relationship with individuals changes. Even the people around you that are very challenging, that are individuals that you might have regularly occurring challenges with or confronting conversations, there's still maybe a few individuals like that in my life. When I see them, I know that they might have that. You see that as a cry for help on their end. I mean, I'm not saying that related to food. I'm just saying that somebody that would treat you in a particular way that would be negative or that would take energy away from you, you would see that as being a person that needs more of your attention than anybody else. So you approach them and you spend time with them in a way that, not to try to convince them of anything, but just to put them at peace. And I can't even begin to tell you how much my life has changed once I got that fundamental shift. And it wasn't about learning more facts and figures. Of course, all that information is useful, but the most useful thing is beyond any kind of information you could understand about why you eat the way that you do or why you live the way that you do is, first and foremost, are you at peace when you're approaching it? So before you go and question somebody else about the way that they're reacting towards you, first question yourself. Close your eyes, take an opportunity to fall still, and really ask yourself, well, why is it that I'm doing what I'm doing in the first place? And am I looking for it to solve something in my life? Am I looking forward to the future to be better than it is in the present moment? And when you ask these most fundamental questions, you have an opportunity to become peace with something that even if you need to learn more information, or even if you're not wherever you want to be in your specific health journey, you still have that peace of mind. And that peace of mind and that internal stillness is the most important thing. From there, everything else will move forward.